So, hey guys, thanks for joining us today. We are super excited. We're here with Dave Anderson, the business bully, and he is going to be dropping some gems on us today. You know how I like to bring you guys those gems, and he's going to get in here. He has been helping me with my mindset. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and he's going to be here with us live today. So, without further ado, Dave, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. I do appreciate it. I'm happy to be here as always. Yay!
Yay, yeah. So we bring in the excitement. And, it's evident by the name, the business bully. And sometimes that's what we need in our lives. We need to get bullied into doing some things. So tell us about that. Tell us a little bit about you. And
Mhm.
so we can share, I want to share you with my audience.
Yeah, I'm the son of a single mom from the projects. I'm from Philadelphia. I've got a brother who's a cop. My father worked for the federal government. God rest his soul. I've been through a lot. I've been homeless. I spent my entire career in radio. I've worked with Ricky Smiley, Wendy Williams, DJ Clue, Les Brown, George Wallace, um, Charlemagne the God, Rick Dees, Russ Parr. I mean, I've done a lot in my career. Kevin Hart, a bunch of people. So I've been very, very blessed and fortunate. But the one thing that I've always had a mind for is people, and also I love business. I live for business. Like, I always felt like the education system didn't work for me, but if I had like what I like to call Shark Tank math, which is, okay, this is the company, this is how much they're making, this is how much that they want, what's their valuation, like that would have clicked for me, because that makes me excited. I like to know the numbers. I like to know what my return on investment is. I like to be able to create things that people actually like and will benefit from. So for me, it's about getting this together and being very comfortable with the person that I see on the other side of that mirror, and knowing that what I have is so great that it's going to allow me to bless other people with my presence, my talents, my gifts, my products and services. And I think we all should have that mentality, but we are conditioned to downplay it, to get to a place where we're not living our full potential, because everybody's saying, no, no, no. No one wants to make sure that no one wants to be around an arrogant person. No one wants to be around somebody great. And so I try to break that at all costs, because a lot of these coaches out here, you can do it. Like, you're not a special Olympian. You don't need that level of encouragement. My bills are encouragement enough.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week, and that I was super excited, and I had to share it with my people about Bill and how he comes for you, and
Yeah.
how Bill can't be coming around here. So that is something that we all need to get our heads wrapped around. Bill, he takes no prisoners.
Yeah, no, Bill is a mafia enforcer. You know what I'm saying? And he's a collector, and he will break you. He will break your legs, man. He will come take your stuff. Bill will have you sitting around here, singing Mustang Sally out on the corner with a chock full of nuts, empty can, trying to collect money. Like, Bill is evil, man. And I want to keep Bill at bay at all times. I had a collections call today for a bill I had already paid. That's how much I don't like Bill. I'd be like, I paid that bill and I got the receipt. I'd be screenshotting receipts the whole night. No, I don't want to be in that thing. But the thing of it is, what I realized, and it took me a long time to get here, is that you have something inside of you that is so great and so powerful that people will want to have it, but you don't make it, you don't see it the way that you should, because it's what you do naturally. But the thing that you do naturally is what you're supposed to be doing. The Bible says a man's gift makes room for him. And like Terrence Howard said in Hustle and Flow, when I say man, I ain't talking about man like a man. I'm talking about man like mankind. It says a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. In other words, when I started making room for me using my gifts, I've sat at the throne of Les Brown. I've built platforms for Ricky Smiley. I've worked with Michael Bays, and like, I've done things that most people don't get to do. I had one conversation with Rick Dees, and when Rick Dees gave his speech at this national conference, all he could talk about was 30 minutes was that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, Rick Dees is somebody I
Exciting.
listened to when I was 4 years old, listened to the weekly top 40, but we had one 30-minute conversation, and that's all he could talk about. He forgot talking about a speech. He was so focused on what we had spoken about. So there's something inside of me that can pull things out of people that they don't see, that I can see clearly. That's my gift. I can show you where the holes are in your business. That's what I do. That's what I do with my Business Bully Club. I have folks in there every single week, and they're learning, because not everybody says, hey, look, I don't have $5,000 a month to work with you, Dave. I don't. I understand that. So I've created an entry level, a gateway program where weekly, we work in a group setting, and we start talking about different things so that you can all build your businesses, because that's what's necessary. When you're a business owner, you get your self-respect back, you get your decency back. When you work for somebody else, they tell you when to go to the bathroom, they tell you how long to have for lunch, they tell you what to have for lunch. In some cases, they also tell you what you can say, what you can't say, who you can look at, who you can't look at. Otherwise, you can go to HR, and nobody wants to see HR coming. Look, I am HR. I'm the president. I am the head writer. I'm a psychologist. I'm the product, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a one-man show, though. I have a team. But the thing of it is, I don't answer to anybody but God and my wife and my 2 kids. And sometimes my mama. No, but seriously, like,
the ladies.
I love the ladies. I love the ladies so much. I made 2.
That's amazing. And the fact that you are bringing that out in others through a small group setting, and people are getting to, you're creating that touch point for people through the Business Bully Club. That's an amazing offering. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about you and some of the other things that you have going on. So we just barely touched on the Business Bully Club, and if you'll elaborate on that a little more, because I want people to know about that resource, right, and then some of the other things you've got going on.
Wow. Okay. Well, the Business Bully Club, man, I created it so that people who are just starting their business or in the process of being at a crossroads in their business where they're trying to get to the next level, but they don't have a lot of capital on hand to invest in a full-time coach. This way, there's a community, there's a group of people who are all working together to make things happen. And there's so much synergy in there. You've got doctors, you've got lawyers, you've got accountants, you've got graphic artists, you've got branding experts, you've got psychologists, you've got lawyers. You have so many different types of people in one place who want to find a way to take their message and break through, because a lot of these industries are crowded with mediocrity, and they're crowded with people doing everything the same way. And because I have such an unorthodox approach, I think that they want to start taking an unorthodox approach and not become a bunch of Dave Anderson Business Bully clones, because that would be weird. A bunch of people with a weird mohawk and beards all of a sudden, especially you, that wouldn't look right.
No, that's not a good look for me.
No, it's not. You're a little too glamorous for that. So what I'm saying to you is you want to make sure, though, that the boldness, the energy, the ability to cut through and say, listen, I'm here, I'm planting my flag in the sand. This is who I am. This is what I do. And this is why you should care. Those are the things that I teach. I talk about the importance of live stream. I go over the first, second, and third largest search engines. I go over everything. I go through helping you develop your products for your giveaways, your email marketing campaigns, your sales funnels. And we talk about how to frame your product, how to frame your narrative, how to tell your story. Because believe it or not, Anisha, people don't buy products and services. They buy people and stories. People don't buy coaching from me. They buy me. Yeah. And they buy me because of my story. And my story is one where I take what God has given me and I use it. I use my evil bullying powers for good. That's what I do.
For good. For good.
But they're evil powers. Very evil.
Don't miss that. He is a bully. Do not miss that. But it's a good bully. You come to him just for that. So the Business Bully Club, and then you've also got an amazing bestseller out there.
I sure do. It's called Pitch, Close Up, Sell, Repeat. Hang a tick. Wait 1 sec. Don't you move. Oh. Bang. 63 weeks on the Amazon bestseller chart in 3 categories. Pitch, Close Up, Sell, Repeat. It's a great book. You should get it. This is my entire sales process broken into 74 concise pages. No fluff, no mess, no BS. It is what it is. It is a great, great read, and I want you to get it, because if you have an issue, you don't want to be a creepy, nasty salesperson with a tweed jacket and leather patches walking out of a trailer selling a lemon of a car, this is the book for you. I break down what sales really is. And I'm so excited that this book is doing so well. This book is doing so well, I had to push back my next book. And my next book is crazy. Do you know about my next book? I'm about to tell you anyway.
Tell us, because I can't tell it like you could tell it. Tell us.
All right. My next book is about the world's greatest salesman. And the salesman lived over 2,000 years ago. He was a sales manager. He was a motivator. He was a speaker, and he knew exactly what people needed in order to take their lives to the next level. And his name was Jesus Christ. And so my next book is called Sell It Like Jesus, Principles and Strategies of the World's Greatest Salesman. Not only do I talk about Jesus the salesman, I talk about Jesus the marketer, I talk about Jesus the organizer, Jesus the motivator, Jesus the sales manager, and most importantly, Jesus from the perspective of why he chose each one of the disciples. So I give you a SWOT analysis, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of all 12 disciples based on what the Bible says and what we know about them. Because some of the disciples you don't really know about, but if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and whether you do or don't, it's not relevant to the book, it's just about the man himself. But if you believe he was the Son of God and you believe that he was perfect, even a perfect man has a team. And sometimes we feel like we're a one-man army, a one-man gang. This is the Son of God, God personified, and he had a gang. He had a team. And he went out and he sought that team because he knew there were certain things that he needed. And so I break that down. Like, you know, you look at Peter and Andrew. Peter became the first pope. The reason he got Peter and Andrew, if you've ever seen Deadliest Catch, they were fishermen. They went to different ports of call. That means they knew how to speak different languages. And on top of that, they were gangsters. Ain't nobody messing with a fisherman. You ever see somebody on Deadliest Catch look soft? It don't happen. Same thing. So Sell It Like Jesus is coming late spring of this year, and I'm excited to have it out. But right now, pitch, close, upsell, repeat. Get this book. It'll change your life. Somebody tagged me on Facebook today, said they bought a copy of this book and their husband hasn't put it down. So I had to call her and say, look, I'm just going to send you, I'm going to sign. This is a copy I'm actually signing and sending to her because her husband won't give her book back.
Yeah, that's the one thing, you guys, there's a lot of things you need in your business, but nothing happens without the sale. So if you, even if you think you're a master salesman, you're not. No one is. There's always something to learn in sales. So grab that book, up your game, and close those deals. Isn't that adorable?
Yes, it really is.
Face of a bully. Well, perfect. Well, Dave, tell us how we can get in touch with you, all your handles. I'm also going to link those, of course, in the magazine. You know that's going to be there for easy access. But Dave, go ahead and tell us how we can find you.
All right. So if you want to join the Business Bully Club, it's real easy. bit.ly, the number 2, join the bully. Each one of the words, each one of the first letters of the words are capitalized. So bit.ly/2 join the bully. If you want to find me on Instagram and Facebook, it is The Business Bully. Snapchat and Twitter, it is DA as in Dave Anderson Business Bully. You know, so that's where you can find me. BusinessBullyShow.com. Of course, my award-winning podcast, over 250,000 downloads per week. I'm also the business editor of allhiphop.com. So, you know, slowly but surely, I'm sending my bully vibes all over.
I know. I don't know how you have time to give all that love in the bully club. You are busy.
Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. Because as soon as this is over with, I'm about to get down on some McNuggets and get my ass in the bed.
Well, thank you. We so appreciate you giving us the time. I'm looking forward to sharing this with our community. And until the next time, thanks so much, Dave.
No problem. Thank you.